Hi friends, it's Kamal and you're watching Maths by Jajoria. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel. In this video, I will explain polynomial division. I have covered in my previous video as well. However, this is just a continuation of part 2, okay, with another example. So on the screen, you have this polynomial equation where we have to divide this with x minus 2. Okay, so the first step is start by dividing the first term of the polynomial by x. Okay, so we have here minus 3x to the power 4. Okay, so this is what you have. You will divide that with x, and so that you can get minus 3 x to the power 3 or x cubed. Okay, so these are the steps we will follow. Those who haven't watched my previous video, I will really recommend that you watch that as well, because that was the introduction as well of polynomial division, and this is just another example, a bit complex than the previous one. Okay, so that was your first step. So you know now that we got here minus 3 x to the power 3 or x cubed. Now next step would be that we multiply. So what we do next we multiply x minus 2 here, x minus 2, because this is what we are dividing with. Okay, so each time you will divide your first term, whatever you get. In this example, we have here minus 3x to the power 3 x cubed. The next step is that we will multiply whatever we get here with x minus 2. Okay, and these were the steps we will follow. Okay, so divide, then you multiply. So you remember that, please. Right, so multiply x minus 2 by minus 3x cubed. Okay, so that I can write down this here now, minus 3 . Right, and you will get minus 3x to the power 4 here, plus 6x 3 x to the power 3. Okay, now you got this here. What you can do with this, you can take minus 3x to the power 4 plus x 8x cubed. Okay, so we can take this first. Okay, and now we can subtract. So the next step is subtraction. Okay, so subtract. Okay, so now we subtract with what we have here, minus x to the power 4. So we're going to subtract this terms here with this. Okay, so I'm going to write down this again. So what we have here, from here we have minus 3x to the power 4 plus 8x cubed, and you are minusing this with here what we got here. So I'm going to put this in bracket because it's already got minus sign, so that you don't get confused when we actually subtracting. Okay, right. So what we got here, we open this now, okay, and see what we get. So that will be the plus. Yeah. And that the minus sign will change everything inside the bracket. Okay. And now I also have to write what we got here in here first as well, because that's how you will do in exam. Okay. Now I would like to just add to this. Obviously the students can do the subtraction here. However, when you do an exam, you write like this. Now whatever the answer you get after the subtraction, like in here you have this, then you got 8x cube and minus x, so you will have actually 2x cube. Okay, so that is your after the subtraction you get. Okay, we can write this here as well, 2x cube. Okay, so this is what we got. However, just for the students, sometimes they get confused as well in exam. Then when they see that you have just copied from here to here, and you see this minus sign and you see plus sign, and they start doing in this way. Okay, you always need to remember that you are subtracting, which you have done here obviously, and with the subtraction this is what you got. Okay, so in exam, for your sake, what you can do is maybe with the red you can, just for you, so that you know that you are subtracting this. So the subtraction sign is outside, it will change anything in the bracket like here. So you can just probably just do like this for just for you, so that you know that what the answer would be like here, and you won't make mistake. Okay, just a precautionary measurement. If you're happy with that, then you don't need to write here change of sign in red. Okay, so I'll leave that with you. Okay, so that's just for you. If you want to do it, or if you don't want to do it, that's entirely up to you. However, this is what we got here. In the exam, you will use these three methods repeatedly. So division, multiplication, subtraction. This is what the method would be for the rest of the terms. Okay. All right. So let's move on now. Okay. I think I have explained to you how would you do. So once you got this here, then you copy. So you need to, same like you do in division, you will bring this term this time now in here. Okay, and when you do that, you will get minus 8x squared. Okay, so what you done here, then you say, you write here copy minus 8x squared. Okay, so this is what your first step you done. Okay, with this first step you got this here. All right. Okay, so now you will see that all you need to do, you just repeat it until you reach minus 10, the last one. Yeah, obviously I will show you, but this is how you will do. Okay, so you repeat in the 4 steps. Okay, so it will take you 4 steps, exactly like these steps, in 4 forms, in order to complete this division in this polynomial division. Okay, right. So let's move on now to next bit. Again, repeat the method. Okay, I would write down here, repeat the method. Okay, so now you have 2x cube. Okay, so what we say, repeat the method and you divide. Okay, as here you see divide, then multiply and subtract. Okay, so the first one was divide. Okay, divide 2x cube. Okay, sorry, write down here by x. Okay, so that so that you got so write down here again. So what you will get 2x squared, yeah. Okay, 2x squared. Now I just forgot to tell you as well. I'm just gonna go here when we actually done this part here, that when we divided with in here this example minus 3x to the power 4 when we divided with x, and this is where we got minus 3x this bit. Okay, you need to write this here, because this is exactly like you do any kind of division. Okay, that what you actually multiplying with the outside one, which is x minus 2. So next bit is multiply x minus 2. This is here. So you multiply x minus 2 with the minus x cube. So that should actually go straight in here, even before we move on to the next bit, just in case we forget that later on. Okay, so what I'll do now, before I even multiply that one, I know this is a 2x square, okay, after division, and before I move to multiplication, and I don't forget that. So multiply again, then x minus 2 by 2x square. Okay, so now I know it's 2x square. What I'm gonna do now, okay, your guess is right. I write this here. Okay, so because it's a repeat method, and whatever we do, get that, it goes right here. Okay, good. So now with that, okay, we multiply this. Okay, so after multiplication of that, I write down this here. Okay, so multiply this. So what you get here 2x cube minus 4x square. Okay, so this is what you got here. Now after you got here divide, multiply, and next one is subtract. Okay, so we will do subtraction now. So what we have here, 2x cube minus 8x square. This is what we have here. We need to subtract this, subtraction sign, 2x cube minus 4x square. Okay, okay. I would like to also like to say that sometimes some of the students, what they do, rather than subtracting here, they just take this over here and just change the sign. I leave that with you. Most of the students will find easier this way, because once you do here, and if you don't change the sign, like here I said that you need to change the sign because you're subtracting it, and if you don't do it, a slight mistake can lead to everything you're going through incorrectly, and you lose marking in exams. So I would say maybe this is the best way of doing it. You do it here so that you know what you have got after the subtraction. Okay, I'll leave that with you entirely. It's up to you. Whichever way you feel comfortable, please do so. Okay, so this is subtraction we're doing now. Minus outside, so it will change the sign inside the bracket. Okay, so that this is what we got. Okay, so you cancel out this straight away. Now you got here minus 8x square and plus x square. So what you will get? Right, okay, so we'll get minus 4x square. Okay, after the subtraction. Okay, so you know that when you do this here, which you have to do in exam, in here, that what your you should get after the subtraction. Okay, right. So let's do the rest of the bit. Okay, so you got here, this is after the multiplication, you got here 2x cubed minus 4x squared. Okay, now in exam you don't need to do it again. I said to you that maybe in red you can just change sign here, so that you know in here you won't make mistake. You won't add up this, you won't say 4x x cubed and minus, then everything will be incorrect. Okay, so you know this is what you will get here. So here you got minus 4x squared, right? Okay, for your reference I still write for you so that you know, because you minus this, this one minus, and that one was plus for you. Okay, just for you. Okay, you don't need to do that in exam, but for you only. All right. Okay, so now, as you know, again, copy. What's that next one? Copy. So this time you'll copy 13x here. Okay, so you will get plus 13x. Okay, right. So I can write here, copy 13x. Okay, right. So again, repeat the process. I think you cannot probably see, you can't really see the top of the page. So what I do, I just get another page to do this calculation, all that, so that okay, so I bring this here for you. It's easier for you probably to see. Okay, hopefully. So here, write down again, repeat the method. Okay, so what you're doing now this time, you do, okay, divide again. You have here minus 4x. Okay, so divide minus 4x squared with x. Okay, and this time you will get 4x, right? Okay. So with this, you know it's minus 4x. Okay, so as I said to you, before you forget, minus 4x will go here. Okay, so you got here minus 4x. Okay, you done your divide bit. What is next? You multiply. Multiply what? X minus 2. Okay, by minus 4x. So you got minus 4x multiply x minus 2. That will give you minus 4x squared plus, sign change is here because it's minus and minus. Yeah, 8x. Okay, so this is what you got. Now, one thing I would like to say to you, that when you divide and whatever you get, like in here you had, after the division, you had this. When you multiply, once you multiply and whatever you get after that, like in here, you have minus x squared and plus 8x. If you don't get the same first term exactly the same, like in here minus 4x and in here minus 4x. But let's say if you have got something else here, minus 4x only, not x square, you're supposed to get minus 4x square so that you can cancel. If you don't get it, then you need to revisit that somewhere you have made mistake. Okay, so this will go here, minus 4x square plus 8x. Okay, now obviously you have written this here. However, we have to still do the subtraction in here. So subtract. Okay, so this time what you got here, you have a minus 4x square plus 13x. Okay, that you, okay, let's put this in bracket, then minus, and again minus 4x square plus 8x. Yeah, let's open this. Plus, minus, minus, plus, yeah. And this one will be minus 8x. Okay, so you see, when you do this way, subtraction makes easier for you. Okay, so you know what to cancel out. So this gone. This is 13x minus 8. What left with? Yeah, so you left with 5x. Okay, so you know that the 5x will go here, 5x here. Okay, after that, what you will copy, the last bit has left, the copy minus 10. Okay, so again copy minus 10. Okay, now it's the last bit, the fourth step. Exactly this, method has to be the same. Because I have to complete this, I still have to do it for you. Okay, I hope you understand. So the reason for that is, when you do this, it just got a bit longer. However, this part just stays like this. All right, so let's do it again. The last step. Okay, so I leave this one here now, like this for you. Makes it easier. Okay. Right, so repeat the method. Again, same thing, divide 5x here. Now you have 5x by x. So write down here again for you. Divide 5x by x. Okay. So that 5x divided by x will give you 5. Okay. What's the next bit? Multiply. So what you multiply? You know that you got 5 multiply x minus 2. Okay, so that will give you 5x minus 10, right? Then subtract. Okay, 5x minus 10. This is what you already have. Let's put in bracket, then subtract minus 5x minus 10. Okay, open this one. 5x minus 10 minus 5x plus 10. So all gone, completely 0. Okay, you write down this here. You had here 5x minus 10. You subtract that here. Okay, again in red I do for your reference that you change when you do subtraction after opening up this minus for the bracket of 5x minus 10, that the sign will change. So there you go, you know what the answer would be. So that is 0. Yeah. So now, as you have done all the parts, first you done this bit, then you done this, so it was like 4 parts. Yeah. So 1, that was 2, then you done 3 and the 4 parts. In 4 parts you done, you can see here as well, 1, yeah, you done this bit here, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So towards the end, you need to write, so you write your polynomial equation now, minus 3x to the power 4 plus 8 x cubed minus 8x squared plus 13x minus 10 divide by, let me see that everything is okay, minus 3x 8x cubed minus 8x squared plus 13x minus 10. Yes, what you did, you divide this one, you divided that by x minus 2. Okay, so towards the end, please do write so, because you need to write the answer. So what is your answer here? What we didn't do here is when we divide this one with the 5 and what we multiply that with 5, we didn't write here, so we can write this here as well. You see how easily you can forget. So if you miss that, this bit here, then your answer is actually incorrect. However, always remember, because we've done this in the 4 parts, so towards the end, always check, this is your first part, second part, third part, and the 4th part. So you know that is something missing. If there is something missing, you can just go back, revisit, and write down that here. As the last bit was only 5, which we multiplied. Okay, so this is what we done here. With 5 we multiplied, that's why the 5 is here. Okay, so that's what we got. Okay, I hope it's clear to you. Okay, so now towards the end, you need to write answer to that as well. So what you got here, minus 3x cubed plus 2x squared minus 4x plus 5. So that is your answer. Okay, now I also have just mentioned in my last video that this bit here, your answer, actually in polynomial division we call this a quotient. So just for the students, those who didn't watch my previous video, so this is what we call quotient. So just in case in exam, if they ask you what will the quotient, and then you thinking what exactly mean by quotient, so you know that it's nothing just but the what you get after division. I have also mentioned in my previous video that if you have anything here, not always you will get 0. However, if you get any number after completing this, if something is there, that would be, so you will write this where with, then you write here remainder of whatever the number you get here. So, exactly the same as you do any division. Not always is fully divide. If you have anything, just write down with your answer just by there, say remainder, whatever the remainder is, and that's it. That should be okay, right? So I hope you like this video, and it's clear to you as well now. So I have done this polynomial division in 2 parts. However, if students would like to watch more on that one, or if you have any question, please write to me and I will always come back to you. So do me a favor, if you are finding this video informative, please like and subscribe this video. As I always say, that when you like and subscribe, it just motivates me to make more videos. Okay, so be sure to click like button, drop a comments if you have any question, and I will do my best to reply. Okay, so for this time, thank you. See you later.